Hey, it's Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freak, once again, aka Mr. Mandy Moore. You guys resting around towards this channel. Find my social media links, such as Twitter X, Instagram, writing on all other stuff, and Reddit once in a while too. Like, share, comment if you really care about my stuff. Please hit the bell notification. You truly give a rat's ass. Actually, give a damn about my freaking work here on YouTube and other social media platforms. Please subscribe. Fellow awesome, amazing, wonderful fans out there, or subscribers, my main viewers, my main watchers, or it's the first time you're watching my channel, please subscribe for that as well. Or for just a random human, if you feel like it. No pressure, I'm just saying, just putting it out there. Or just brand new human beings, new audiences, new people that are just planning. They're just like stumbling on this video for the first time. Anyway, enough of all that mess. M3GAN 2.0, I know this comes out next week on the 27th. And then it's funny because I waited the last two final days when I watched the John Wick movie Ballerina, but I was super nervous as fuck. I wasn't getting a chance to see it in theaters, but I did get to see it. It wasn't super girl bossy, super like really just a small 2-minute quick review on that. I know I'm talking about M3GAN 2.0. Should be talking about the world of John Wick Ballerina. I should be talking about this one first, but just 2 ass minutes of the review. You could skip to the duration point when I start reacting to this one. It's from Entertainment Access. I thought it would be from somewhere else, like the BlumHouse studio thing instead. So this is the last final new one that they put in there. Probably need a copyright claim, but I don't give a shit. I'm doing this for a full-time career living anyways. Movie was alright. It wasn't like the greatest thing in the world. It was like 3 or 4 shots, maybe the most 4 or 5 shots at the most scenes. With that Keanu Reeves' character, Keanu Reeves. Some people call him Keanu. Other people call him Keanu. I've always called him Keanu Reeves instead of Keanu Reeves. I don't know. And dude, he's always been an OG of an O fucking G. I remember the first movie I saw him, it was way back in like, it was like 1994 or 95 when he did like he was like the police officer for LAPD or San Francisco, San Diego or something. England, San Diego or San Francisco was in LA. Speed 1 and 2. I was like a 90s kid, even though I was like 5, 6 years old. I shouldn't have been watching that. I think it was like PG-13 or rated R, but luckily my parents was able to allow me to watch that one. And he knows the same time, and that's just how ancient, old as fuck I am. You know, granted, I was born in 1989, but there was a lot of crazy-ass action films in the 80s and before I was born and after the 90s. That was the golden age for like car chase, speed chasing, boat chasing, all these other type of running type of movies that were big in the 90s and early 2000s. Oh my god. That's such a nostalgia vibe for that shit. I swear it was so good. And he goes like, yeah, Speed 1 or Speed 2 was like the first movie I saw him, even before he was in the first original Matrix movie. It's pretty wild, man. So him to see, years later, see Mr. Reeves still playing these cool badass characters like the John Wick guy or whatever. I know some people make fun of him, like, I don't know, making fun of him from like the 90s. Like, it's funny because I don't know if it was that movie, I think it was like 1990 or 91 or 92. It was like a 90s baby when it came out, but The Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure was one of his first movies. I didn't even know that until when the whole COVID-19 was going on at the time in 2020. This is when I actually saw it for the first time years later. I didn't even know that was his very first movie he did. Or I think it was something before that, 1985, 86. It was a couple of years before I was alive. So it's pretty wild. He's been around doing movies for a long time. And I don't know, like, I wish I would have gave him more time. The only 2 things I'll say it's kind of negative about it is that, like, oh, man. Only thing that kind of sucked ass a little bit about the movie, I'll just want to give it a B-, B+. So 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, I guess. Is that there was some parts in the film, man, I felt like, oh, man. They're trying too hard with the bad guy. Like, they didn't really give him that much information. Like, they waited all the way until the last fucking second to say, oh, spoilers if you didn't see it, but, like, unless you're never going to see it ever. But, and, like, the girl's sister, like, the one that's the main character of the series, I forgot what her name was in the movie, but her acting name was Arma Daramas. I thought she was, like, an Italian, like, European chick the whole time. No, I found out she was a Spanish Latina the whole time. I was like, holy fuck. I didn't know that. Like, what? That's wild. Not to give too much TMI stuff away. You know, you guys are my main subscribers, but at the same time, some of you guys are still strangers. So I be careful what I say on the internet because I don't want to be a complete open book to my IRL life. But there are some certain people on my mom's and pa's side that, like, some look super, super Caucasian white looking, and then there's some that look like me, brown. Just pretty fucking wild. You wouldn't think we're related at all for a minute, but It's crazy as hell as it is. We are. My other cousins on that side. On my mom's side, though, like most of them are kind of like mainly more like brown, and they do like Caucasian, white, Hispanic looking dudes or women. It's different. Anyways, last two things I'll say about that movie is, oh shit, dude. I wish they would have had a lot more badass music in there. There was some good music that was cool and shit like that, but like, man, it is kind of crazy the way they did her whole training and all that stuff. I feel like there was a lot of holes in the freaking gap. But like the main protagonist when she's younger, like her dad just gets, unfortunately, she gets unalived by like this other gang that's a very, very cultic. I didn't like the whole cultist symbolism shit, but I already knew it was gonna be in there, so I shouldn't bitch moan and complain about that. But whatever. And then the third final thing I wasn't crazy about, man. Oh, they should have given him a little more extra film credit time, even though he was the main character, because late rest in peace of that. I think it was like African American. I'm not sure he was born and raised in the United States or the UK. Lance Reddick, the one that passed away, the black dude. Was, oh man, they should have gave a little more extra special time for him, since this is one of his last final movies he did, because I think he passed away from some, like, I don't know if it was guile bout or he had some sort of tumor or cancer. It's like, unfortunately, incurable disease, which sucked. Super late rest in peace to that man. Even though I ever saw him in a few movies and the 2 video games I saw him in, which is like the PS4, PS5 game, and those Horizon Zero Dawn, or the other one after Horizon Zero Dawn. I remember I talked about it in a video a while back, like 4 or 5 years ago. So yeah, there's that. I wish I would have given him a little bit more extra time. And the only things that were pretty good about it, though, is that she had her own way of unaliving and taking out the assassins that were trying to take her out immediately with the bomb grenade part. That was pretty cool. And the last 2 ways they show a lot more extended parts of her using that flamethrower and tank. That was really, really fucking cool. Not tank, but flamethrower tank fuel gun. Not an actual military tank thing. That would have been insane they did that. And like, she used a lot more knives and swords than she did with. I mean, she did use a lot of pew pews, pow pows, fire, you know what? She can't say it on YouTube. Should say fire arm tool weapons, but they were mainly the small, tiny ones. I want the big, giant, mega, ultra, shoddy blasters like John Wick did. Keanu Reeves' character did in the movie. Oh, without further ado. Oh wow, that was a long ass thing there. So yeah, M3GAN 2.0. I don't know if I'm gonna go see this one in theaters. I'm probably gonna wait till this one's on 4K or Ultra, 4K Ultra Plus to see it. So yeah, let's go.
Yes.
So crazy
It's
this
me.
is.
What a shock, etc. My path to personal growth has been paved with disappointment.
No.
I think we can agree that my biggest mistake was that I cared too much.
Actually, the biggest mistake you
That's
made was
fun.
murdering 4 people and a dog.
Alright, I'm gonna put this in terms you can understand. I'm not the only killer robot. Amelia's stronger than you can imagine. And she's coming after anyone who can stop her. Including you, Gemma. Which, you know, bummer. But to get to you, she'll kill everyone you love. Including Katie. Amelia didn't think of one thing, though. Here's a clue. It's M3GAN, bitch.
Oh my god. So late.
I take almost no pleasure in this.
Why would you want to help us after what we did to you?
I was programmed to protect Katie. She's the only thing that matters to me.
I guess I must be your chance at redemption.
I'm sure you had no intention of murdering people. Right?
Shit.
Right?
M3GAN.
Hold on to your vagina. No matter what happens, I want you to know I see you.
M3GAN?
You better believe it, sister. You want me to drive? That's strange. Your neurotransmitters tell me you're highly aroused.
Alright, that's enough.
M3GAN, stay low. This is supposed to be a stealth mission.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear me?
Oh, dude. I swear that shit is so cringe when they do that little dance thing, man. But it's still a little funny, but not super, super ultra funny. I'm jumping out of my seat laughing about it. Thoughts, views, opinions, speculations. My take about them, my viewpoints on it is this. This is why I'm gonna wait till it's on 4K, 8K, ultra, like Blu-ray DVD instead of watching the theater. I'm not spending a fucking dime on this thing. If it ends up being, God forbid, you know, the whole wokey thing and politicized and all that shit, like girl boss bitch and those hashtags slay, oh my god, and the fake queen, like that fucking shit irks the goddamn living. Christ in hell almighty. It's so fucking silly, man. Oh my god, that is migraine, headache inducing shit. I hear stupid freaking horse caca shit like that. It is so fucking and it's a migraine waiting to happen. That's with the stupid ass Brittney Spears music. I know I'm definitely getting a copyright claim for that. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people, they're probably gonna like fucking cancel me or say, especially as I'm looking at that lady as her idol. I never liked that chick at all, man. Never. Period. That's a whole massively different separate video I could do. Long story short on that, number one, Mika's always extremely annoying as shit. I never gave a fuck about her at all. Period. Number two, she was way, way overrated as fuck. I didn't care in the 90s. And the only ones I actually liked way more back then were the way underrated ones like Mandy Moore, Gwen Stefani, and Christina Aguilera. They were a billion times more prettier and beautiful compared to Brittney Spears. It was just, oh my fucking lord. Jesus, man. That bitch, every time I fucking goddamn heard that music video, I was going to the mall, the 90s, early 2000s. Like that, or if I was going to the freaking airport in there, her name, oh, Jesus, man. I would fucking just do this the whole goddamn time. Just you don't exist. You don't fucking exist. Just you freaking annoying piece of garbage. Just this is before I woke up to all the conspiracy theories and all that shit. The Masonic stuff and Illuminati and all that stuff too. Soon I was still 6 to about 14, 15 years old. And it's just annoying the crap out of me, man. And it's just something about it I never really liked at all, period, man. I didn't. At all, period. And it's a shame that she got abused and, you know, all the other allegations that, like, her family used it for fame, wealth, fortune, and she ended up getting conservatorship. Yeah, it's a bitch, but you know what? That's the lifestyle she fucking chose. So I don't feel fucking bad at all. I'm sorry, I don't. And a lot of people, if you were Brittney Spears fans, if you were subscribed to my channel, you're probably going to unsubscribe, eh? It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. There's the door. I'll let it hit you on the asshole and the fucking ass on the way out. Sorry. Doesn't matter. I'm getting back to this one now. You didn't go into the little fight scenes. Yeah, they look alright. They look choreographed. It was a lot better. That was kind of weird with that one freaky part where the robot just had their torso. They had their legs and their hips and that's it. And their feet. They didn't have the other half of their body was missing. How are they still getting controlled? They should be broken. They shouldn't be a threat after that. How are they still getting properly functioning after that? Is this the movie magic shit or CGI shit? I don't know. That one threw me off for a loop there, man. And who's going to be the main enemies in this thing besides the other robot? Because I guess there's going to be another killer female robot that kills all men and stuff. Are they going to make this a sexist thing, saying every man, especially just white guys, white Caucasian dudes that are bad guys? If they're going to do that shit, I'm just going to skip this fucking movie. They're going to do that crap. And it's not just white dudes that are evil in this earth. It could be black, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Arab, Middle Eastern. All the other races, men or women. They have good or evil in them. Either side, it doesn't fucking matter. If that's the fucking main message they're gonna get through this fucking movie, I ain't spending a fucking dime on that thing. I have maybe one of my roommates, maybe they'll pay the money for me to go see it. Other than that, I'm not paying any fucking goddamn money for this shit, bro, at all. And then the last little, I guess, complaint and review, hot take I'll put in this movie, this final trailer, thank God. I don't remember who the girl's name was, the one that was a caretaker for that little girl in the first movie of the M3GAN movie. I don't know. Oh, man. Her acting is kind of shit. I'm sorry. A lot of, horror thriller movies, a lot of the women, not all the women, some of the guys, too. Their acting skills are horrible as fuck badly, man. I don't know what it is. This is another reason I really watch a lot of blood and gore movies. Only time I watch movies with blood and gore is an action adventure movie, a lot of explosions going all over the place, or if it's like something like with animation or anime or any of that stuff, like how Demon Slayer was or Nier Automata was. I can understand. I'd watch it for that, but then I watch it for the storyline and the plot and like, what is the whole thing that fascinates me about this world? What's the thing that's mainly clinging to me like a fucking magnet? As a fan of like old school anime and manga series, it's like instead of an old school Studio Ghibli stuff. Like, is the music gonna freaking hook me? Is the character progression, like the character background origin story, is gonna hook me? Something else is gonna hook me too. The graphics is gonna hook me. Nowadays, it's just the only thing that fucking video game gamers, actually not all Gen Z, but some of you Gen Zers out there, only care about the graphics, and that's it. There's more to the game, just fucking goddamn graphics, my guy. I'm saying, there's or girls or anyone else that's watched this fucking video, man. There's just way more to it than just that. You gotta appreciate all the other little things too. You know, like the costume designs. Even though I don't really care too much about that. The script writing process, like I said, the story and like the characters. You like the villain, the protagonist, the anti-villain, the anti-hero, the superhero, supervillain. What do you like the most about this fucking movie trailer? And the one that I only give a shit about is mainly, I don't know. I was gonna say the fight sequences could have been better. They could have way more weapons in this movie. They could have had to like take out all those bad guys or whatever. I don't know if she's fighting against a corporation or she's fighting against just the other female killer dolls and she's only protecting her. Because it looks like that's the only reason that the little M3GAN doll hasn't killed the older caretakers, because that's like the only family that little girl has. I guess that's like the only main reason she hasn't turned her back on him, unless at the last second. The director of this movie is crazy because he's the one that's same guy that made the Aquaman 1 and 2 movies, James Wan, and the first 2, 3 Fast and Furious movies. He went from that to this horror action thriller movie. Suspenseful sci-fi movie. A lot of that shit by 10, 20, 30, or 35, maybe wait until the latest 2040. The way technology's progression, that shit probably is going to be very, very super close to being real one day. It kind of already is. They're just already a bunch of exoskeletons. They don't have none of the human flesh or skin around there. I'll give you the best example. I remember 2, 3 years ago or 4 years ago when that whole spear, because any guys don't know, I live out here in Vegas. There's a big giant spear thing that opened up like 3 or 4 years ago. And it was like a robot auto sentient thing that looked like the M3GAN thing, except it had all its bones and wires and all this other stuff hanging out. As long as they leave it like that and try to not to humanize it and the EX not safe for work dolls, and by the time 2030 or 35 come around, that's probably fucking everywhere. And I'm praying to God I'm probably living in a forest somewhere out in either Oregon or Washington somewhere. So I ain't staying here for that fucking long. If the robot AI takeover does happen like that, count me the fuck out on that, man. I'm done with that shit, man. But yeah, that's all I can say for now. I'm out of here. And I guess the music could have been better instead of stupid Brittney Spears songs. I already talked about it. Like the old school Christina Aguilera song. Or Gwen Stefani, like I said. Or even the way, way, way lesser known ones, like not the Jojo See What's Up, but the old school one like Jojo. If any of you guys remember her from way back in I am dating the fuck out of myself. I feel like old ass ancient museum guy talking to you guys. That was old school music. Or old school Jessica Simpson. Even old school, super ancient old school Avril Lavigne. That would have been better. And as crazy as fuck as was. I don't know I was a hardcore fan of her, but she was a hardcore, badass, tough, badass chick bitch. But that's before they started pushing with politics. You know? I would have had more respect for Avril freaking Lavigne more than Brittney Spears. It's crazy. It's hard, hot, insane take to say, but that's it. No outro today. Talk to you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace out. I'm talking about. Listen, my see you flip side. Take it easy. I'm going to stay more content channel. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy. Stay extra safe. Watch. No matter. See you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a good one. I'm out. Later.